Welcome to our video on the worst fruits for high blood pressure. In this video, we will be revealing which fruits you should avoid or consume in moderation if you are dealing with high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. High blood pressure is a prevalent issue that affects millions of people worldwide. It can lead to severe health complications such as heart disease, stroke, and kidney damage if left unmanaged. Suffering from high blood pressure feels like a constant burden. It can cause headaches, fatigue, dizziness, and even shortness of breath. Moreover, those who have been diagnosed with hypertension often feel overwhelmed by the lifestyle changes they need to make in order to keep their condition under control. The problem of high blood pressure occurs when the force exerted by your blood against your artery walls becomes too strong for an extended period. This excessive force damages the delicate tissues inside the arteries and causes them to narrow due to plaque buildup, ATHEROSCLEROSIS. As a result, your heart has to work harder than usual to pump enough blood through these narrowed arteries and maintain optimal circulation throughout your body. One interesting fact that many people might not know is that while consuming certain fruits can help lower blood pressure due to their potassium content or other beneficial nutrients, some other fruits may actually worsen hypertension. This surprising revelation highlights the importance of understanding which fruits are best suited for individuals with high blood pressure so they can make informed dietary choices. In this video, we will delve into why specific fruits are considered harmful for those struggling with high blood pressure and provide alternatives that support healthier cardiovascular function. By understanding which foods contribute negatively towards hypertension management efforts and making necessary adjustments in our diet plans accordingly, we take a step closer towards better overall health outcomes while reducing our risk factors associated with chronic diseases like heart disease or stroke caused by uncontrolled elevated BP levels over time. So stay tuned as we reveal these worst offenders among fruit varieties. Knowledge is power when it comes to managing hypertension effectively. But before we continue, can you do us a favor? Click on the thumbs up and help us spread the word about good health and nutrition, and ring the bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. We want to make sure you get the latest info so you can live a long, healthy life. Number 7, ripe bananas. Now, bananas are undeniably among the world's favorite fruits, with a history of consumption going back tens of thousands of years. But have you ever pondered on how the ripeness of your banana might impact your blood pressure? Allow me to peel back the layers on this one. Let's start with ripe bananas. These yellow beauties are laden with natural sugars, and too much of these sugars can cause your blood pressure to leap upwards, like a monkey in a banana tree. That's not ideal if you're trying to manage hypertension. However, if we rewind the ripening process a bit, we encounter green or just turning yellow bananas. These youngsters are rich in something called resistant starch, a type of prebiotic fiber. Our gut is a lively place, teeming with probiotics or good microorganisms. These guys have an appetite for resistant starch. As they chow down on it, they contribute to healthy digestion, bolster our immunity, and even play a part in brain function. A green banana a day could keep the doctor away. But alas, as our banana matures and turns from green to yellow, this resistant starch breaks down into natural sugars. Hence, the riper the banana, the sweeter the taste. Bananas also wear a potassium badge. This mineral is like the antidote to sodium's blood pressure-boosting antics. But here's the thing. While potassium can be beneficial in regulating high blood pressure, it can interfere with certain blood pressure and heart medications. So if you're on medication, do have a chat with your doctor about your potassium intake. And let's not forget our friends with kidney issues. High potassium foods like bananas could cause trouble for them too. So, the sweet and short of it is this. If you're going bananas for bananas, enjoy them when they're less ripe and slightly green. They might not be as sweet, but they'll be a lot kinder to your blood pressure. Number 6, grapefruit. Imagine sipping a refreshing glass of grapefruit juice, bathed in morning sunlight. Sounds idyllic, right? Well, hold on a moment if you have high blood pressure and are on medication. Grapefruit, while loaded with the goodness of vitamin C, potassium, and other beneficial nutrients, has a bit of a naughty side. You see, it can interfere with the absorption of some medications, including statins, the cholesterol controllers, and meds prescribed for high blood pressure and diabetes. Let's get a little scientific here. According to Xu Mei Huang from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, grapefruit causes a higher dosage of medication to enter the bloodstream, potentially leading to unwanted side effects. Why, you might ask? Well, it's all thanks to an enzyme called CYP3A4 in the small intestine. CYP3A4 is like a gatekeeper, ensuring the proper metabolism of these drugs. Enter grapefruit, the gatecrasher, which can block this enzyme, leading to more of the drug getting into your bloodstream. Grapefruit has the dubious honor of being unique in this way. And it's not just high blood pressure medications it tangles with. Some anxiety medications, certain antihistamines, and various drugs prescribed for heart conditions are also on grapefruit's hit list, amongst others. So if you're medicated and are a fan of grapefruit, it might be wise to have a chat with your doctor or pharmacist. They'll be able to tell you whether you can safely enjoy this tangy citrus fruit or if it's best to give it a miss. Number 5, canned fruit. Picture this. You're in the grocery store and your eyes catch sight of gleaming rows of canned fruit. The images on the cans are tempting: succulent peaches, glistening cherries, plump pears. They look healthy, don't they? But wait just a moment. Let's peel back that lid and see what's really going on inside. Many canned fruits, as it turns out, are swimming in sugary syrup. This sugar rush can cause a spike in blood sugar levels, posing a problem especially for those managing diabetes or other blood sugar-related conditions. But the story doesn't end there. These canned fruits often come with a dose of added sodium, a sneaky ingredient that contributes to high blood pressure. An eye-opening study published in the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health brought this issue to light. Researchers found that while chomping on 2 to 3 servings of fresh fruit each day was associated with a 10% reduction in mortality, the canned fruit consumers didn't have the same luck. Instead, their risk of premature death actually increased by 17%. Now, this study, which included a whopping 65,000 adults, relied on survey data, so it's not quite accurate to say canned fruit causes an increase in mortality. Yet it paints a pretty clear picture of the dangers of added sugar, especially when it comes to blood pressure and heart disease. Dr. Oyinlola Oyebode, one of the study's researchers, cautioned that the high sugar content in most canned fruits, particularly the cheaper varieties bathed in syrup, might overshadow any potential benefits. And it's not just the sugar and sodium we have to worry about. The canning process can also strip fruits of their vitamins and minerals, leaving them less nutritious than their fresh counterparts. So when you're contemplating that canned fruit, think twice. Fresh fruit is undoubtedly the superior choice for keeping your blood sugar levels steady and your blood pressure in check. Now, doesn't an apple straight from the tree sound a whole lot better? Number 4, dried fruits. Dried fruits such as raisins, apricots, and prunes may have a health halo surrounding them, but it's crucial to peek beneath the surface. While they indeed bring fiber and crucial nutrients to the table, they're also heavy on sugar, leading to an unexpected surge in blood sugar levels. Think about it. Each piece of dried fruit is like a compressed version of its original juicy self. So all the sugar it contained when it was fresh is now crammed into a bite-sized, dehydrated package. This concentration can make your blood sugar take quite the roller coaster ride, which is particularly significant for those who need to keep their blood sugar in check. Here's where science steps in. A study published in the journal Nutrition Research in 2011 indicated that while raisins do contain beneficial nutrients and fiber, they also have a high energy density and can significantly increase postprandial, post-meal insulin levels. And let's not forget about the calorie factor. Your casual handful of raisins you idly nibble on while binge-watching your favorite show? It's surprisingly calorie-dense, thanks to the concentration of sugars and nutrients. The takeaway here isn't to demonize dried fruits, but rather to approach them mindfully. They can certainly form part of a balanced diet, but moderation is key. A little truly goes a long way with these nutritious, yet sugar-laden treats. Number 3, fruit juices. Fruit juices. They're often seen as a healthy alternative to soda, and for some, they're the go-to thirst quencher. But here's a fruity fact. Consuming fruit in its liquid form isn't the same as munching on a fresh apple or pear. Why? When you juice a fruit, the fiber, an all-star player in blood sugar control, is left behind. Without this fiber, the sugars from the juice can be absorbed into your bloodstream at warp speed, potentially leading to a blood sugar spike. Take orange juice, for example. Sure, oranges are vitamin C champions, but when juiced, what you're left with is basically a glass full of sugar. Now, let's consider tomato juice. It's not a typical fruit juice, but it's often on the menu for those looking for a healthy drink. However, it's a notorious salt trap. Bad news for people with high blood pressure. Here's a science nugget. Excessive salt can wreak havoc on your blood vessels and interfere with your body's blood pressure regulation. According to the American Heart Association, high salt intake can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. But don't shun your juicer just yet. There's some good news in the juice department, too. A 2021 study published in the European Journal of Nutrition suggests that cranberry juice and cherry juice might actually improve blood pressure. And pomegranate juice? It's believed to be a real winner when it comes to lowering both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Research indicates that pomegranates, with their stellar antioxidant lineup, might just be the ticket to reducing hypertension and keeping our arteries in prime shape. Plus, we can't forget to mention beetroot juice. Yes, it's not technically a fruit, but it's a vitamin and mineral powerhouse worth noting. Beetroot is brimming with dietary nitrates, the good kind. Unlike the harmful nitrates that can seep into drinking water from fertilizers, the naturally occurring nitrates in beetroot can be a boon for our health. Evidence of this comes from sub-Saharan Africa, where there's a significant battle against high blood pressure. A 60-day study conducted in the region found that beetroot could be a practical solution for lowering hypertension and cardiovascular disease. So it's clear the juice discussion is more a spectrum than a clear-cut issue. While nutrition experts generally champion whole fruits due to their fiber content, certain juices, like beetroot, pomegranate, cranberry, and cherry, show potential benefits for high blood pressure management. Just be mindful of added sugar or salt in any juice you consume. After all, it's what's inside that counts. Number 2, candied fruit. Crystallized and candied fruits are like a wolf in sheep's clothing. While they might be made from fruits, they're far from being as healthy as their fresh counterparts. So, what's the scoop with these sugar-coated delicacies? Well, these fruits are typically loaded with added sugars or even worse, high fructose corn syrup, a common and inexpensive sweetener in processed foods. High fructose corn syrup has been associated with numerous health problems, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure. Some studies suggest that it can spike blood sugar levels faster than other sugars, potentially leading to an increased risk of diabetes. Plus, it can boost levels of triglycerides, a type of fat that contributes to heart disease. Whether you're talking about candied fruit using regular sugar or high fructose corn syrup, it's adding a hefty dose of sugar to your diet. You might find crystallized ginger or lemon prepared by boiling them in sugar water on the grocery shelves. Just to give you an idea, creating this sweet treat from 2 lemons would require around a cup of sugar. And those candied apples, strawberries, and cherries, like those famously sugary glace cherries. A 100-gram bag of glace cherries packs around 68 grams of carbohydrates, including both naturally occurring and added sugar, compared to just 19 grams in the same weight of raw cherries. That's more than triple the sugar rush. Here's the bottom line. While these sugar-laden fruits might seem like a healthy choice because they originated from real fruit, it's important to remember that candied and crystallized fruits should be treated like any other sugary treats. They're occasional indulgences, not everyday foods. Consuming them regularly can impact blood pressure, heart health, and contribute to health problems, so enjoy them sparingly. Number 1, coconuts. All right, folks, let's set sail and journey into the tropics for a moment, where we'll find the multifaceted and versatile coconut. You've probably heard the praises sung for this tropical marvel. Fiber-packed? Check. A powerhouse of vitamins and minerals? Double check. But as our voyage continues, we encounter choppier waters. See, coconuts are also heavy in saturated fats. In fact, they contain more of it than a good number of fruits and even certain meats. Now, why does this matter, you might ask? High levels of saturated fat intake can be a one-way ticket to an increase in LDL, the notorious bad cholesterol. This bad boy is responsible for creating fatty deposits within your arteries, a situation that can escalate into high blood pressure and, even worse, heart disease. Coconut water, that refreshing tropical drink, is another part of the coconut that raises eyebrows. It's packed with potassium, which normally would be celebrated. It's great for the heart and helps to lower blood pressure. But if you're on certain medications like angiotensin receptor blockers or ACE inhibitors, consuming too much potassium might earn you a boarding pass to HYPERKALEMIA Island, a place you definitely don't want to visit with dangerously high levels of potassium in your blood. Then there's the much-debated coconut oil, the darling of many kitchen pantries. High in saturated fats, it's been both hailed for supposed health benefits and simultaneously warned against. In 2017, the American Heart Association even issued an advisory against its use due to its high saturated fat content. As with all things in life, it's essential to personalize your health journey. Consulting with a healthcare provider or nutritionist is your best bet in understanding what's safe and beneficial for your unique health circumstances. If you're a coconut aficionado, don't throw in the towel just yet. You can still enjoy the tropical treat. Just be mindful of your overall saturated fat intake and keep an eye on those potassium levels, especially if you're on certain medications. The ocean of health is vast, but with the right navigation tools, you can sail smoothly. And there you have it, folks. Our exploration of the 7 worst fruits for high blood pressure has come to an end. But remember, it's all about balance and understanding what we consume. Whether it's super sweet ripe bananas or the surprisingly saturated coconuts, learning about their impact on our health is key in maintaining our blood pressure levels. Remember, you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your health, so always consult with your healthcare provider or nutritionist to find out what's best for your unique body and needs. So let me know, which of these fruits took you by surprise? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. If you learned something new today and enjoyed the journey, why not hit that like button? It helps this information reach more people who need it. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be the first to hear about our upcoming adventures in health and wellness. Also, if you found this content particularly helpful and want to show your appreciation, there's always the Super Thanks feature. Your support goes a long way in helping us continue to create these entertaining and educational videos for you. After all, your health is your greatest asset. Until our next journey, take care and have a healthy and happy day.